All right, now let's do the ones at the bottom here. I start with the, for a right triangle, we're going to see what happens here. I'm going to measure this side here, and it looks like 7, so I'm going to go to 3.5. Make the dot right there. Make a perpendicular line coming up like this. I'm going to come over here to this side. The same thing. This one looks like 4.8. I'm going to 2.4 right there. Make a perpendicular line going this way. Well, that's interesting. Looks like they're meeting right here on the edge. And if I do this one, it looks like 8.5, 8.6. So 8 and 1, 2.5. Oh. So is it possible that the this perpendicular bisector is right on the edge of the triangle? Actually, it is indeed. If I measure this, once again, it should be the same distance from every single corner. And this one looks like 4.2 and 4.2. If I measure from here to here, that should also be 4.2. Look at that. So it's 4.2 to each vertex. So if I place my compass right down here on the circumcenter and put the pencil on the vertex, it should, in theory, hit every single corner. Form a perfect circle. Look at that. So once again, this is the same distance from every single vertex. Here to here was 4.2. Here to here was 4.2. And here to here was 4.2. And that's the circumcenter. Now we got one more here. We're going to do the obtuse triangle. See what happens here. Well, if the acute triangle, if it happened in the center of the acute triangle, but when it was a right triangle, it happened on the edge of it, maybe on the obtuse triangle, it's going to happen on the outer edge. Well, let's see here. Measure this side, we get 4.6, so 2.3, something like this. Make the perpendicular bisector here. There's this one down here. Looks like 6, we're going to go to 3. Right there. Make a perpendicular line. And if I measure the final side, that looks like 9.4, so we'll go to 4.7. About there. And if I make a perpendicular line here, and I extend it back, should, oh, I'm a little bit off. That's okay though. And that's my circumcenter. So once again, it should be the same distance from each one of these. So to check that, I'm just going to place my compass right down here. Not bad. It's every single vertex, the same distance from every corner. That's the same distance as that one and that one. So if I go on here, look at this and say, that looks like it is about 5.4 to each vertex. And that's how you make perpendicular bisectors. For step 1, we're going to go through the midpoint. Step 2, form a right angle going straight up. It's not necessarily going to hit the vertex, but once we create the circumcenter, it's the same distance from each vertex.